DISHIN Days. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary today. If you didn't...
I'm trying to be quiet.
If you didn't catch our anniversary special, make sure you go back and take a look at that. It was a wonderful walk down memory lane full of fun, laughter, tears, and no, Ethel, we did not get drunk off of champagne.
We did. We're not even drunk, trust me. Anymore than that.
And Daquan, you missed it. And you know you've been there since the beginning, so
Yes.
you absolutely tried all of our entire lives. Just a reminder, if you guys, please make sure you go to our Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you are on iTunes, make sure you go to that, rate us 5 stars, and leave a lovely comment, as we love to read your comments about our show. I do also have a lovely giveaway for our anniversary show, and it kind of ties into everything, so make sure you stay tuned to that. Also, we did announce a logo contest, and we'll be talking about that more later on, or maybe next week. Because we have some decisions to make. You guys did a great job with the logos, and we appreciate all of those who did that. Now, in order to kick off our anniversary show, we have some very, very special people who spent some time sending in videos to wish us a very happy 1-year anniversary. And let's start off with this one.
Believe it's only been a year. Holy crap, I feel like we've been doing this for months. For people who don't know who I am, I'm Alexis. I was the engineer when the first show started a whole year ago. That was nuts. With the 3 amigos, plus James Lott Jr., and some pizza rolls and a lot of wine. But it was awesome, and I cannot believe that it's been a full year. I miss all of you who actually do know my face, and I'm really excited to meet all you new people sometime when I come back. If I come back, anything like that. Have a wonderful weekend. To the guys, you're all amazing, wonderful people, and it was really special for me to be part of your lives and part of your show, because it's just frankly just amazing, and you guys already know that, so I don't have to tell it to you, but you guys are all wonderful. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy DISHIN Days. Bye.
Aww, now Alexis kicked everything off with us with all of our craziness. We had no idea what we were about to do.
Yes.
And now we have another wonderful video from someone you may remember as Jordan Ridgway.
Hi, happy birthday, DISHIN Days.
I love that she said birthday.
Thank you for all your entertainment and all your amazing commentary. And I hope you have so many more birthdays to come. Hi, happy birthday.
She was so lovely when she came on the show.
She was. I love her.
And another character that could have went so many different wonderful ways, and they totally didn't utilize her as she should.
I agree.
Now we have a wonderful video from our very, very first guest here on DISHIN Days. I was unfortunately not here for that. But of course, we couldn't have an anniversary show without a special little video from the one and only Christopher Sean, who plays Paul Narita.
Guys, this is Christopher Sean from Days of Our Lives, and I want to say thank you for having me as your first guest on DISHIN Days. Happy 1-year anniversary. And I've got a surprise guest here for you.
What? Oh, hello. I'm Henry on this.
Thank you guys. Enjoy. Happy 1-year anniversary.
I love Christopher Sean. He's funny.
He's always such a good time.
And has a great girlfriend too. She's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love her.
We spent time with her during Day of Days.
Yeah, she was great.
And of course, some of you also sent in your videos, and we thank you so much to those fans who did that. And we also have a few other stars from Days of Our Lives that wanted to wish us a happy anniversary. So check out this video.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Hurry up, it's about to start. I got pizza rolls. It's been 1 year now. Wow, it seems like yesterday. Happy anniversary, DISHIN Days.
I love that.
DISHIN Days. Happy 1-year anniversary. Congratulations. Love to you all.
Oh, here Oh.
Hey guys, happy anniversary for 1 year. Congratulations. I wish you another year of success. Thank you very much for when you had me on the show. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I see you all soon, okay? Be well. Ciao. A lot of love. Hugs and kisses.
Oh, I love Michael.
Happy 1-year anniversary, DISHIN Days. Just so you know, the cheating heart makes a mean cosmos. So I'll meet you there around 7 to celebrate.
That's cute.
Hey, DISHIN Days.
My name is Sherry.
My name is Lucas.
And we're from Buffalo, New York.
Wishing you a happy anniversary.
From Niagara Falls.
Lucas won the script.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Happy 1-year anniversary, DISHIN Days. Mwah!
On this side.
Happy 1-year anniversary to DISHIN Days.
I just wanted to say happy anniversary to all my friends who do such a fabulous job at DISHIN Days.
DISHIN Days. DISHIN Days. Not only a good title, it's a great show. I've done that show, and I wanted to wish them, all three of those guys, who couldn't be nicer and kinder and more knowledgeable about our show, a happy 1-year anniversary on their awesome program. They're just good. When they're good, you deserve a celebration. Go out and do something crazy, guys.
Aww.
I love you. Brady Blackout.
So thank you to everyone who
great.
sent in a very happy anniversary to us. Truly appreciate that.
Yes.
I will have you know that Eric Marsal's video came complimentary with the music.
I know. I was like, Prince.
I love that.
I'm like, okay. He's great. He's so funny.
All right, so without further ado, gents, I almost said ladies and gents.
He could have.
We are going to start DISHIN Days, but before we do, you know, someone mentioned pizza rolls, and it made me very hungry.
Mark. Well, you know what? You need to know how to cook. Plain and simple. Not only do you feel like you know your way around the kitchen, but cooking at home means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout again. But where do you start?
Where do I start, Mark?
Blue Apron has you covered. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all the fresh ingredients you need to create a home-cooked meal.
All the ingredients I need?
All of them. And just follow these easy step-by-step instructions, okay? So each meal will be prepared in 40 minutes or less.
Only 40 minutes?
Only 40 minutes. No overwhelming trips to the grocery store, and no more sad takeout.
Oh.
Domino's. No matter your dietary preferences, Blue Apron can make it a breeze to discover and prepare dishes like roasted chicken supremes with mashed potatoes, gravy, and maple glazed carrots, miso honey roasted chicken, and baby sweet potatoes with stir-fried sesame bok choy.
Yum.
Parmesan and provolone pizza. You can even have your pizza. Cook with ingredients that you've never used before, like watermelon radishes, farro, and purple potatoes. And recipes are between 500 and 700 calories per portion. Fantastic. Delicious and good for you. Right now, you get your first 2 meals free at blueribbon.com/podcast. That's blueribbon.com/podcast. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
What was that website again?
It was blueapron.com/podcast.
And one more time?
That's blueapron.com/podcast.
As opposed to Blue Ribbon.
Oh, did I say ribbon?
Yeah.
I think last time I did a thing, I messed it up.
So what was, just you know, for those viewers who want a quick meal and are tired of takeout, where should they go again, Mark?
blueapron.com/podcast. That's blueapron.com/podcast.
Thank you.
Blueapron.com/podcast.
And that
I did that last time.
And that has been a little brief
again.
announcement from the one and only Mark J. Freeman Flynn.
Well, I got to do it for General Hospital until I got one.
All right,
I was thinking of butter.
You were thinking of butter?
Blue ribbon is butter.
Thanks, Paula.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, and now it's time to start DISHIN Days. All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to kick things off with these Steve, Kayla, Ava, Joey storyline. Okay, first of all, can I just say, when are they going to stop falling for Ava's tricks? I feel like, first of all, let me get on my little rant for a little bit.
Do it.
Because I feel some kind of way about this storyline. First off, to do this whole elaborate scheme and plan to only have Steve fall in love with you and find your baby, I think is absolutely ridiculous. The whole leukemia thing and still in the blood and asking for forgiveness and putting them back together in order to tear them apart. No, I feel like that none of that was needed in order to make Steve still want to help Kayla
Yeah.
because it's not like even if they weren't together, he was going to be like, "Sorry, sweetness." Like I think he was still going to go and help her. But then the whole thing was, well, in order for me to tell you where Kayla is, you have to make love to me. Really, you need it that bad? Steve is that good that you need to kidnap his ex-wife in order for him to like do all that? Come on, you could have had Joey.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. She could have. Yeah, this storyline it's one of those old time storylines they throw in. I had a feeling he was gonna sleep with her at some point, and Kayla's gonna find out. It's just one of those storylines I'm not a big fan of at all.
I hate that because it's like you just gave Ava something else that's going to not make things better.
Mm-hmm.
Be smarter than her. She needs you to help in order to find the kid. If you were able to go transplant all throughout, wherever to find Bo, you are surely able to find Kayla.
Yeah.
That Ava, who's Ava? Like she's no match for anyone else that you guys have like went up against.
Yeah.
It made no sense. It made no sense to me.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those old time storylines. I'm thinking he shouldn't have went that route. They probably should have went the route of Joey. At least, I don't care for that either, but at least it'd be a little different than now Steve has slept with Ava, and now Kayla. It's going to be, just another, you could have other wrenches in their relationship without doing this.
Yeah, I feel, and maybe, Joey's too young, so they didn't want to take it,
right.
That far. But just even that whole dynamic of like, the older woman, the very underage guy, and and that kind, and I feel like that could have made Steve and Kayla feel I don't know, something.
Well, the thing is, luckily with the storyline, they are onto her now. At this point of Steve, she admitted that it was the fake,
blood.
Skin and the blood,
and,
and now Joey sees her for who she is, kind of, and so I think it is kind of out. Kayla, of course, is still stuck in. Well, now Joey got her at the end, but. It's like now she's gonna find out that he knows Ava's something else. Steve was on to her now, but the fact that he slept with her, though, I'm like, oh my god, just save Kayla. I don't care for that storyline that much.
Because how is he gonna explain it?
Right.
I had sex with her, made love, in order to save you.
Yes. All right.
Because if I was Kayla, I would have looked back at him and said, you could have figured out something else.
Thank you. I agree. I totally agree with that. So I'm just like, and again, I like the actors involved, of course. I love seeing the house. I love all that stuff. I'm just not a fan. But I thought it was kind of funny, though, when they had, like, the storm outside. They're stuck in Maui. And they're storming outside and storming inside. Because they're just like, there's all this, like, he wanted to choke her to death. And just,
And that kind of flip-flop back and forth where he hated her, but then he's going to go along with the plan, but he hated her.
Yeah.
It's like, no. And then immediately after the sex, it's like, call Joey and let her... Right. No, like, you need a moment to realize what you just did and what you fell under.
Yes.
And then now you need to move on. Because I'm pretty sure she would have done something that would have let him know where Kayla was.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. This storyline's kind of making a turn I'm not caring for so much. I'm curious about the son thing. I'm invested in that. I want to see what's going on with there, but it's kind of... And I kind of like the Joey liking Ava. I kind of like that part. This other part, I'm like, I don't care for this twist so much.
Because I feel like the scheme was too elaborate for it just to be about him helping her find the son and fall in love with him.
Yeah. Because, again, I like Tamara Braun. She's a great actress.
She's great. She plays crazy really well.
She does. She does a good job. And I like her, her take on it is kind of always smirky. Yeah. Always kind of like,
like she always has the upper hand.
Yeah. She's like, just go ahead and kill me. She's going to do it. I'm dying anyway. First was before she admitted anything. Because it was like, if you do it, you won't find Kayla. He was like, oh. So they're doing their best.
I would have said, no, don't worry about it. I'll find her. I got it.
Bye, bitch.
I got it. Yeah. It's like, but I want you to make love to me. Here. I would have tossed it dildo to her.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, here, I made this for you.
Right, there
you go. Deal with that.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say deal with that?
Right. That's exactly. Like, that's good.
Mark, how you feeling? That's an inside joke for those who are not aware.
Oh, that's so funny.
In our group chats on Facebook, it's always James and I that are chit-chatting, and then Mark will come hours later with a thumbs up, and I go, that freaking thumb.
It's the thumb. The thumb.
No, I agree with everything. I was thinking, though, I'm just trying to think, like, who the the son or daughter is going to be. It's a boy though, right?
Yeah,
they
boy.
know it's a boy.
Yeah.
So I just kept thinking like, who is that going to be? Is it going to be a new character? Is it going to be somebody that's already existing? Because I thought, well, maybe it'll be Chase or something like that, something weird. I don't know. Like you never know what they're going to do. I didn't like it. I just thought, I mean, I guess I'd be okay with my husband sleeping with somebody to get me out of captivity. I mean, I guess I would have to be okay with that.
I would have said no. You need to figure something else out.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. It's kind of convoluted.
And this is the person that wants to open up a detective office called Black Patch.
Black Patch.
Yeah. And you can't. You mean? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then Joey and all of this drinking and all of this at 16.
The picture.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying in the chat room that they heard that maybe Joey is actually Ava's.
No.
Well,
I don't say, but didn't we actually see her give birth to Joey on the show? Was that something we saw? I don't know. I don't remember. I barely remember last week Tuesday.
I'm trying to think. I think we did see her. She was pregnant.
I feel like I remember seeing
pregnant.
one of either Stephanie or Joey them actually give.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have given birth. No one's really had a baby off camera. I mean, other than surprise children.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
like Kristen.
Who?
Like Kristen did.
Oh, the baby, right? That she took the embryo and stuff. Yeah. But they said no, we didn't. Carolyn says no, we didn't see the baby being born. So maybe it could be.
Okay.
I don't know. Something Ava Steve's son is Chase. Steve is dumb.
Oh.
Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you.
So we'll see what happens with that. Moving right along.
Andre, Hope, Rafe, and Chad. So your buddy was just not believing Andre at all. Our father is dead. I saw him. It blew up. And he's just like, next.
I think he does believe him.
When he went and saw Hope, you think he kind of felt something?
But he just doesn't care.
No.
Maybe he doesn't care.
He doesn't. Like, he's once again classic Chad, and he's teetering. He kind of cares, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Mark?
Yes, this is your... Oh, you're on this one? Like, oh my God. I was like...
That... We're talking
about Billy Flynn.
I loved his... I tweeted it out when he was like, what's with the hat? It's probably the hardest I laughed all week. It is not my quote of the week, obviously. Yeah. But he's so good. I almost text him too, like, ugh. Anyway, I'm curious to see like if it's gonna flip flop. I think just with him buying the house and kicking everybody out, I think he is kind of just gonna be dismissive of the whole thing and just not really care. I'm curious to see if he's actually gonna find out, like if Hope's gonna actually tell him. You know what I mean? Like that he may be part of the cover up.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like he was with Belle and the money and stuff like that.
Because if you think about it,
because he's in with Marlena.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I think he knows that Hope killed Stefano.
He might.
And it's shaking Hope up that Chad keeps coming over there. But I honestly think Chad is coming over just to be like, he's on to you, so just be careful.
Oh, yeah,
Chad's kind of coming and being like, my name is Ben and I ain't in it. However, watch your back.
Yeah.
More talk of Ben this week, too.
Yeah, there was some talk about, we'll talk about that in a second. Yes.
Was that me?
Oh. No.
I always worry that it's mine.
Yeah, but no, there was some, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yes, I think that when Chad came over and he was looking at her, there could be something there that he kind of knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think he does.
Well, he did say too. He was like, I just don't care anymore. I don't care what you.
Wants to start his life. He's busy. Abigail's in the dress. They're trying to get stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just like, I want to get married, and they say Paris. You want to get married in Paris?
In Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! What about that moment when he walked in on her with the wedding dress?
Mm-hmm. Do we like the wedding dress? Do we like it?
I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
I've seen worse. For shizzle.
I think it's okay. I think it was okay.
I think it was. I think it looked great on her.
Well, I'll say this too. I think somebody tweeted this out. They were talking about the fashion and stuff that they're doing this whole fashion thing with Days of Our Lives with all these things with Basic Black and DJ. What?
Oh, it was DJ Ware first. Now it's DJ Designs. I know. I thought of you the whole week.
I can't.
I thought of you.
I can't.
I thought of you the whole week.
Well, okay, I will have to say, like when she was like, we should start on what would we call it? DJ wear. My face actually went.
I can't get away from it.
I love that this week she was like, here's to DJ fashion, and she was like, it sounds better.
It sounds better. It sounds better.
I love that.
Anyways, what people were saying is that all of this talk about fashion and all these fashion shows and stuff they're doing, they should have some high fashion stuff that they're showing. And it's like a lot of the stuff that like I would rather you just do something else than do that half-ass.
But
pardon the French.
I don't know how this works in television, but I don't know if they have to add like a character, which I'm sure they can, but there are so many designers.
That's what I said a long time ago. How do you not get somebody who wouldn't want to, get underbid, just to have their stuff shown on Days of Our Lives?
Yeah, like and be like that. I mean, all those people from Project Runway.
Yeah, exactly right.
You can even take a first eliminated person from Project Runway.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like have them do. I mean, they can do stuff in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Right. Here you go, girl.
And
get it done.
And on top of that, like if you want to audition them to see if they can act, to toss them a line every now and then, that's fine too. But even if they don't need to say anything except stand there and hold the dress and say, you did a great job. Well, thank you very. I mean, essentially they're playing themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that would be fine. Anyway, so Chad, yes. I think Chad knows. I think Chad doesn't care. I think Chad is borderline helping her.
And all I know is that Hope is freaking out. Rafe's like, calm down. Rafe at the end goes to Andre and says, stay away from Hope.
Yeah.
So I mean, this story.
What did he say?
Stay away from Hope.
But he didn't. He went straight to the house.
I'm sorry, my stuff went out.
Cutting out.
Stay away from Hope. That's right. So it's just kind of. I mean, he's protecting her. I mean, they tried to have some cutesy scenes with them, of course. He made some fish, and they had to talk with Chase, and all this. We'll talk about that a little later. But they had all this stuff. They were just kind of like, okay, I guess. I don't know. The timing of this show is just throwing me off, and I'm having a hard time. Like, yeah, I'm having a hard time. But yeah.
Sorry, Billy just retweeted me.
Oh, Jesus crackers.
It distracted me, so I missed the last thing you said.
Oh my god! But anyway, Andre's on the chase, and Chad's not really kicking because he wants to move in with his girl and get with family. Let's keep on going. And Rafe and Hope are just like they're freaking out, but Rafe's trying to calm her down. So next we got Eric, Nicole, and Teresa.
James Lott Jr., I'm gonna let you know. I think you were by yourself the last few minutes.
I know. It's like keep on going. And because we don't have much
Eric
time.
and Teresa.
Yes.
And Nicole.
I like that everyone is checking in on Nicole just to make sure she's okay, because I feel like, they barely put Daniel on the ground, and she's like just on and running. And I guess she's had time to grieve.
Well, she did have a nice talk with herself. And it really picked her up.
They keep showing that town, Horton Town.
I love that there was no other character that they could have come into the room to have that conversation with her.
Except her. Yeah.
But I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I loved that whole.
I love the fact, and I just realized I put Eric, Nicole,
I
meant Brady. I think I
even said Eric.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they just had enough of Kate, and they were like, we want to be bought out.
Bye-bye.
So buy us out. And I love when they were able to say, we're starting our own company. Because I honestly feel like Kate is going to regret what she's done.
Well, and we talked about this before? Like, every time she's been with something, it hasn't really been successful. So it's like, you guys keep hiring.
Yeah. So I'm very happy in that aspect.
Who's the woman? In the dreams, is that Marie Wilson?
I thought it was.
Yes, that's Marie Wilson.
It is Marie Wilson. Yes, I thought.
I totally thought it was Anne. I totally I rewound and looked again. I was like, "Is that Anne?"
No.
I was like, "She's getting front burner."
Maybe
there was no wrap dress.
What's her name?
Marie Wilson.
That's her real name.
But she came on the show before as the friend of Chase's wife. A late wife. Remember she came on. She was like,
yeah, but she's a new character now.
Yeah, she's a new character.
Same actress, different.
Yeah,
character.
so I was like,
got it.
That's Marie Wilson. Because she used to be on Natural Returns. Why I remember.
I do remember seeing that. Now that you said that,
yeah.
I do remember seeing.
So he's like, who is she?
Yeah.
So he's dreaming of her now. So must be some part of Daniel's past, I guess.
I think so. A past that he hasn't mentioned. But this whole heart thing and the memories and how he and Nicole are getting closer. That's a lot going on there.
They claim her name is Summer.
Yes.
Carol, what's her name? Okay.
Yes.
She was Bree. Thank you, Carol. Her name was Bree. I knew it was just like, she's Ann's sister.
Could be.
Funny April. That's pretty funny.
So I think, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. Open arms, right.
So and I love the fact that every time he starts having a dream, there's that song, and then there's dum 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 dum, and I'm like, we get it. Yeah, his heart.
Yeah.
Well, I do like that the juxtaposition of Nicole and Teresa becoming really close. Meanwhile,
Nicole and Brady
are. And Teresa's kind of looking. So I kind of like. There's a different twist. I kind of like that. Actually, I don't mind that so much.
And also just the fact that I feel like in Nicole's mind, Daniel is still alive when she looks at Brady.
Yeah, I see that.
Because even she was like Daniel, and he was like.
Well, he was like, I also don't feel like this is my heart yet. He said it feels like it's
Blue
Daniel's
Ribbon.
heart.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I used to run a Blue Ribbon conference. It's so funny you say Blue Ribbon. I'm like, no, Blue Ribbon.
Our school used to win Blue Ribbon awards.
There you go.
And I eat Blue Ribbon butter.
But it's
clearly too much of it.
BlueApron.com.
BlueApron.com/podcast.
Yes. So. Yeah,
that's really nothing much. There was a lot of movement, just more of just them kind of
establishing like what's happening. Yeah. So then let's get into some tidbits.
Yes.
Okay. We have the whole thing with Sierra, Chase, and Theo.
Oh, yeah, it came out.
I feel like he didn't. I mean, he explained himself that he was jealous of how close Sierra and Theo were. But didn't you not recognize that at a younger age? Is it just because your hormones are working that like you want Sierra, but you think she doesn't want you? She wants.
Yeah, but I don't
Theo?
think at what were they? 10, 11, 12 when
A few
they were
days ago.
young.
A few
You know what I
days
mean?
ago.
Like you're different at 10, 11, 12.
Well, this is
seeing
true,
somebody with some ethnic
but I
hair.
feel like they all grew up together.
Yes.
So why the jealousy to the point where you go out and buy a separate
and there's that. I
phone?
mean, in his defense, he may not have really. Sometimes you are friends with somebody and you're just friends, and then there's that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, it's more than just friends because you see them with somebody else. So maybe it was that.
I
for
get
him.
it. He's having a share moment. Wait, I like Josh. I get it.
Right. I get it. I got you. I'm clueless. Okay. So anyway, but yeah, no, it's
But just because I hate you. But just because like you like somebody, that means you cut down like your friend.
I know, but they're kids. Who knows?
They're
right?
kids.
He's messed
You don't
up.
make wise decisions.
He's messed up. Yeah, fathers, and that's his whole point. Was that he was very brooding and just like, I'm like my father. Oh my God. And so I I buy it. I totally buy it. I mean, some teenagers aren't always.
They don't make smart decisions.
They don't make smart decisions. I deal with them all the time. I know.
And I don't know what it is, but I really like the way Kyle Pettis plays
he's-
Theo.
I agree.
I just feel like he's so spot on with how he reacts to things, how he like. I feel like he's like Theo's just in his own little world, and like Kyle just gets it.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job portraying him. And they mentioned his Nino this week.
Who?
No.
Sorry, no. I went for Stefano. He mentioned he's with Abigail.
Oh, that's right.
I like that he had that relationship because that's his cousin, little Thomas, and I'm glad they used about him and Chad. And he mentioned his grandfather because he was close to his grandfather. So I'm kind of glad they kind of talked about that. I'm glad he went to Joey. Joey was not having it at the moment. He was like, I have a bad thing happening right now. But that was nice to have them kind of talk. So they're getting him around. He's such a good actor. I'd love to talk to him like a regular person. He is like a regular guy.
Yeah.
Because he's playing this role so well. And then him and Lonnie were like, she's trying to talk to him. And I like them together. So, I mean, he's a great young character. I'm liking him.
Yeah. Me too.
There was a Josh Baranski in the chat room just said, too, about Chase, the whole Chase and Theo and Sierra thing is that Sierra is all he has left, which is also a good point. You know what I mean?
He has
Like,
hope.
I mean, but he's close with Sierra. You know what I mean? Like, that's his...
They grew up together.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have his dad or his mom anymore. Technically,
right.
And you know what I think about that.
Yeah. And so I just think that it's going to be interesting because Chase and Sierra have their own kind of closeness, too. And Sierra's really fighting for Chase to stay and just own up to it. And I love that Theo said, oh, I'm not going to forgive you. Sorry. No, you don't. You say you're sorry, but no.
Theo was like, nope. And meant it.
Yeah.
I feel like my inner spirit is very Theo.
I'm very Theo. Like, you can see that.
Yeah.
He's just like, he was like, no.
You know, if hashtag Maxine's son ever came to town, I think him and Theo would be pals.
Be friends. Yeah, we friends.
Yeah. We'd both be like, no.
No. He was like, no. He's like, no. No.
Yeah. So we'll see how that progresses. Then we have Eric, Lucas, and Jennifer. First of all, kudos to Lucas and Jennifer for trying to get Eric to go to an AA meeting. They tried. It failed. But
I was glad to see Lucas, though.
Yeah.
I know.
Glad they... I'm glad, you know what I'm glad about? Is that they called someone else other than Maggie.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I even tweeted Melissa Reeves that day that it happened, and I was like, thank you, Melissa Reeves, for calling Brian to tell.
And not Maggie.
And not somebody else.
Well, speaking of Jennifer and this whole like pain pills thing, like we saw firsthand now there was that difference when like they came home and she was like, ooh, my back, and ooh, I'm just gonna lay down, and then she came out,
let's do the electric slide.
Yeah. It's like, let's boot scoop boogie in your wedding dress. That's so beautiful.
I love when Teresa called it out.
Yeah.
Teresa was like, trust me, I know drugs.
Yes.
I actually like that.
Me too.
I
I
like
loved
that
it.
she
I
was
loved it.
kind of on it and was like, I noticed what she's doing. I know what's going on. I kind of like that.
And I feel like Abigail was onto it too, but still didn't want to
admit it. No.
Be like, do you think so? Like, yeah, she's doped up on them pills.
Yeah, so I think she has an opiate. You want to talk to your mother. I thought it was a cute one between the two of them.
And she was like, I know my drugs.
Yes. She was like, I know which ones do what. I know which ones do what. She goes, want me to count the pills? She's like, yes.
Yeah.
You need to count the pills, make sure what's going on. And she did come out like, hi. He was like, she was happy.
Yeah. But you know what's funny though? I didn't even pick up on it.
Oh, I did.
I was just like, oh, that's just her.
How funny. No, I picked up on it.
Like, I felt like she's just always that happy-go-lucky, like, oh my gosh.
Well, she was
so
a long time when she's been in pain.
Yeah, I kind of was the same way.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't really notice it until they said it. I was like, oh, I see what they're doing.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I caught it.
Okay, Eric, for going from the AA meeting to Club TBD to have a drink.
But he didn't go through with it.
He didn't. He pushed away. But I'm wondering what that whole thing of JJ seeing it, because Days gives you a little something to let you know.
Yes.
So I'm
true.
wondering what that is.
I don't know.
Speaking of JJ,
yes,
just bring that up.
Yeah.
Congratulations, JJ, on finishing the police academy so quickly, and you're now a cop.
It was almost as quick as Lexi finishing medical school.
Yes.
When she became a doctor, a surgeon.
Or it was almost as quick as Sean D coming in and saying, I need a job, and suddenly he's a detective.
I was just going to say, was he, that's what I was going to ask you about. I don't remember him being a detective and stuff before, was he?
Well,
he worked on, I think he worked with the force, but he wasn't a detective.
Well, maybe in Maine.
See, I didn't know, that's what I thought, because at first I was like, well, maybe he's just got like a desk job. But like, and I did love that. And it was actually almost going to be my quote of the week too, was when Rafe came in with the coffee and offered him. He's like, do you do this every morning?
I do, really. It's just
He's like, don't get used to it, Brady.
Well, it's just funny because I know that, like, I had this discussion with somebody else recently in real life, how I'm seeing these things like, become a nurse assistant in 9 months, become it in 6. I'm like, what kind of people are we putting out there?
Says the nurse, right?
Exactly. I used to be a nurse.
Right.
And it took me 2 years. I mean, like, it's completely this kind of crazy, thing. And I'm like, Days, you tried it. Hashtag you tried it. I was like, oh, he's already graduating.
Oh, Cheryl said Sean Douglas was a cop when he left.
He was a cop, but I don't think he was a detective. He was a cop, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just kind of weird. It was just kind of weird.
So, and then the other thing, too, was when Roman was like, I didn't even tell him your last name. You told him Sean Douglas was here, but...
Right. And they knew both.
And wanted a job.
Right.
But I didn't say Brady, so they didn't know it was you. How many other Sean Douglases are there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, forensics. I'm sorry, guys. He's CSI, not detective. They're correcting us.
Okay, well,
they're screaming at us.
Well, he's CSI.
CSI.
Oh, okay. Then I'm okay with that.
Well, then
you're okay with
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we got Kate, Eduardo, and Demos, who he was all over the place. So you got Ben Weston's house,
which I thought was funny that they're bringing that back.
But you know what? You know what's funny is when he got it, I was like, Days is like, listen. We are not making a house for him.
Yeah.
Right.
So what can we do? Where can we put him?
Yeah.
Ben Weston's house.
But I will say this: at least it's not the Salem Inn. You know what I mean? Like at least I'm happy that they have homes now, or they're staying at the Martin House, the bed and breakfast kind of thing. That I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
And I also think it's kind of funny that Kate has chemistry with both Eduardo and Demos.
I love it.
I kind of like her with Demos.
I kind of like her with Demos too.
I like her with both. I'll be happy with either. I'm
here.
totally team Kate, so I wanted to be with somebody.
But
powerful.
I mean, when she was like, "Oh, so you have nothing to tell me. Also, nothing's gonna change." Okay. He was like,
oh, with Eduardo?
Yeah, he was like, okay.
Yeah.
He got up.
Yeah, because she was just like, when I first met you, you know how Kate is.
I love Kate.
When I first met you, I thought you were just a man of mystery. But now I'm starting to think you're hiding stuff.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was my Lauren Coslow as Kate Roberts impression.
And he got up. He was like, nope. He got up.
Yeah.
Just walked out. He got up and looked at her. He got up, looked at her, and then he kept on going. She was like,
and then insert Demos. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I like the little fun, making her flirty, and he kind of had it talking about it. And he explained stuff to her, so she kind of knows what's going on. She's like, your last name is Kyriakis. I don't know if I should trust you. I mean, like, she totally got into it.
But things intrigue her, so she's just always like, I'll play along.
I like it. Maybe it'll go. Maybe Eduardo and Demos will kind of
love triangle
go head to head.
Okay, let's look at this. How many triangles are we getting? We have Sierra, Chase, Theo. Looks like we're gonna have Kate, Eduardo, and Demos. Belle, Sean, and Philip.
Yes.
Yep.
We also have Teresa, Nicole, and Brady.
Steve, Kayla, Ava.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, those are some staples. Philip, Shandi, and Belle.
I already mentioned them.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned them.
Okay. And then I feel like there's going to be... Well, I think they're just putting Rafe and Hope together, so we'll just see about that.
But the thing is, and also, Eduardo was busy taking care of old business from, also Winterthorn. That's what it is, Winterthorn. And took care of that guy, apparently.
First of all, that man is stupid. You saw what school he went to. If you're not the headmaster of that, why are you trying to go in his room and trying to shame him?
Yes.
Dumb.
So, a side note, I've been seeing this in the chat room and also online. Those of you guys who used to watch Guiding Light, Vincent Izzari and Judy Evans were a huge super couple, Lou Jack and Beth. It was back in the 80s. They were a huge super couple. I watched it back then, and they were waiting for them to have scenes on the show. They're both on the same show.
I did see that online, too.
But they were a big storyline back in the 80s. I used to watch it.
Leah just pointed out, she said, I can't believe the landlord said nobody was killed in Ben's apartment. Demos rented. And I'm sure she's referring to Will, but you have to remember, Will was killed
and dragged out,
but dragged to,
so nobody really knows
Will's apartment. So no one knows
there.
that he was actually killed there.
Oh yeah, Caroline, Maggie, and Victor.
Caroline, Maggie, and Victor. Thank you.
Something else I noticed. I wrote this down a couple weeks ago, and I meant to mention it. Was that I noticed that there's a lot of the kind of maybe there's somebody else that I'm forgetting too, but these are the three that I just thought of. Where with the kids coming back, that there's a lot of kids with nemesis. So like it started with Brady and Kristen.
Okay.
JJ and Eve. Joey and Ava. Like they're pairing all the kids with the parents' villain. I noticed that the other day. I was like, this is a little pattern, Days of Our Lives. This got going. I'm curious. I was trying to think the other day. I was like, are there more? But those are the three that I thought of the other day, and I was like, are there any others that I'm forgetting? I just thought that was interesting that they're kind of doing that.
Trying to keep the new in the old.
Yeah.
Then we got Eve, Belle, and Claire. Kind of, but then Eve left, right? Everybody's upset because...
I kind of missed, like, she just left, right? There was no real exit.
She's in New York with Claire.
Now, many folks were really upset about this, saying, of course, the person of Cassidy Paiva's stature, she has something bigger. I'm going to give you guys a different way to look at it, maybe.
She always plays devil advocate.
I do. Here's the deal. She can come back then. She's not killed.
Oh yeah. No,
she can walk on at any time.
Yeah.
No, I mean like she can come back at any time. I'm trying to look at it that way. Like, yeah, she kind of went off, and yeah, she's a big star, but sometimes it's good to kind of fade off and just kind of.
Yeah.
Carolyn said Eve went off to live with Don Craig.
Don Craig, because Don Craig did the same things. All of a sudden, he just left the show. So I just think, it's just something that I'm looking at it that way. Like, it's kind of like maybe she need a big send off. Maybe just kind of like maybe she'll come back. You never know.
She went to New York, right? Yeah, she's helping Claire.
Yeah,
she's helping Claire with Juilliard.
Which Belle was not having that.
Belle was like, your daughter dead.
You
can't replace her.
And then can we talk a second about?
She was like that.
She was very much like that.
She was like, I have my daughter. You don't have yours.
You don't have yours.
Yes. Yes, he was.
And you can't use mine to replace yours.
Exactly. No, she was gangster. She was OG
she was
on
real
that.
Gangster. Oh yeah.
She was like she wasn't having it. Yes, I'm saying yes, sir.
When when Belle found the pictures.
Yes.
in the door.
Of the girl.
I
Yes.
was just like, I loved her passive aggressive. I'm just gonna write a question mark on the
Just sit
envelope.
out.
I was like, could we be any more passive aggressive with
Right.
this situation? I just thought that was
Oh,
hysterical.
also a funny thing too, because someone brought it out to me on Twitter earlier this week, is when Demos had the headshot. I call them headshots because they were literally headshots.
Oh yes,
of each one.
But
And
did you
then-
notice that on the back
Yes,
there was all this
That's what they say.
information?
Go, James. Now we know how you do your note cards. I was like, it was kind of funny when they
Do
said
we?
that.
And I missed. Who do we know who all the faces
Yes.
were?
Okay, so it was Maggie,
Victor,
Philip, Justin.
Yeah, it's all the Kiriakis family.
Yeah, Kiriakis family.
Oh, it was just all of them. Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to see all
And
of them.
Brady,
I feel like
and
I
Brady.
missed somebody.
And
Okay,
Brady.
Yeah.
okay.
So it's them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. But anyway, that's kind of funny thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Nothing much more with that one. Just that Claire wants to do the singing and Eve just left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cassie, we love you. So you know.
And Belle and Philip hooked up again.
Yes, they did. She said you're my drug. She
Yeah.
gave in.
Yeah, she did. She
But
did.
Sean D and her had a close one too this week.
They
Talking,
what?
they had like a kind of a close
Oh
one
yeah,
too.
and then wait, was it this week that they almost kissed? And she was like, oh, no, that was
just-
last week.
It was last week.
It was last week. Sorry. I do want to mention this really quick because this isn't in our notes, but I'm sure you guys will remember this little tidbit. Was the interaction that Gabby had with the old prison guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I
yeah.
missed who he was the first time I watched it, and I replayed.
They didn't say his
Yeah.
name anyway.
They
but-
didn't say his name, but
I just kept referring to him as old prison guard.
Because he went to Paul, was like, "You're that gay." See, here's the problem. First of all, when you see a gay guy with a girl, that's not unusual.
I know.
I'm sorry. He's like, you're with a girl, but you're gay. I'm like, no, that's actually kind of normal.
Yeah.
And
if you were smart, you will find a gay friend because they hang out with all the hot girls.
Exactly.
And we're the ones that are always like, oh hey, I got this chick.
Yes.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was kind of weird. And then they had him also kind of weird. I know they're trying to remind her she's from prison, like, don't get too high on your horse, girl. But it's like, it was a weird way to do it. It's like, and he was trying to grab at her in front of this guy.
No. I'm trying to figure out what she did in prison for him.
Yeah, I know. There you go. He said, I protected you, girl. That's what he said.
Yeah. So she must be doing, doing.
Orange is the new black.
Orange is the new black. Orange is the new black.
So there's that. And so that was your week of days.
Yes.
And now we're going to go into the segments. But before we go into the segments, I think you guys have noticed that we've added a new addition to our
for season 2
table of goodies. So
I'm gonna run out of room for us.
this white elephant was given to us by Jen Lilly, and it is a representative of the elephant storyline because that's actually the first thing that we started talking about when we started the show a year ago. So we have now added this to the table, but that's a great way to segue into the fact that we are going to give away this little white elephant, signed by Melissa Archer and Greg Vaughn, and we're gonna sign it as well. This is gonna, this is gonna be our year anniversary gift, along with headshots by Greg Vaughn, Paul Telfer, and Melissa Archer. So look for this on our Instagram and Facebook page on how you can enter to win our 1 year anniversary gift. Now,
No, make it go away. Oi, the elephant. Make it go away.
Because actually, this one the first thing I said was, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
You did say that.
I remember that.
And now the elephant's in the room.
Like, you said we've been waiting to say it for a week. I've been waiting to say it for a week.
Yes.
All right, so the 3 Snaps Award.
Yes. Oh, snap! Oh, there we go. Hey.
On point. All right, so I probably should have asked you who was your
quote of the week.
Man or woman?
Man.
Okay. All right, so I have to give
Woman.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I have to give my 3 Snaps Award to the Battle of the Moms between Belle and Eve. When they were in that hidden little part of Horton Town Square and they were going back and forth, and I actually wrote down, now I know how you feel when you write down things.
I know, right?
There were a lot of clapbacks that happened. And what, if you don't know what clapbacks are, is basically, talking back and forth with people. So there was a lot of that. So Belle says to Eve, you run a community center, you don't even sing anymore. And Eve says, referring to Claire, she says you're tone deaf, so maybe you don't know what true talent really is. Belle, and then Belle, of course, brought up what Eve did with Paige and JJ. So that whole little scene, I was like, Yes. Because they were so going back and forth to each other.
were.
It's like one said something to the other.
Yes,
It was like
yes.
it's like that old school like fight where people didn't fight, but they were like, "Yo mama," and you'd be like, "What you say about?" Well, yo mama.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that.
was
I love
great.
that.
It was a great
Yes, it was
interaction.
good.
So Martha Madison and Cassie DePaiva get Tony Moore's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap! There you go.
They each get 1.5.
1.5 each.
Sure. All right, and now it's time to find out. Look who's related from our one and only James Lott Jr.
So, in honor of our 1 year anniversary, I decided to do an updated version of the first Look Who's Related I ever did. And that was Nicole Walker and Abraham Carver. Because recently I actually read a soap editorial about Nicole and Abe saying they had a really good relationship over the years, kind of because of her mother, Faye. And that he should have been used more during the Daniel death scenes, because she could have used like a father figure, so to speak.
Yeah.
And he would have been really good. I thought, what a great idea.
Yeah,
that would have been great. So just to remind you how they're related, in quotes. Nicole has a half brother named Brandon, of course, who was played by Matt Cedeno, and married Sammy and all that kind of stuff. He did all that stuff there. Had an affair with Lexi. Brandon is actually Abe's son. So they're kind of related through Faye and Brandon, but they're not related by blood.
Right.
But they share a relative.
Half siblings.
They're half siblings, so to speak. So I just want to get
So they're half blood.
kind of half blood. So I just wanted.
Oh, I guess Abe not.
Abe
No,
not.
I'm thinking.
But I
Brandon,
think that's a
sorry.
great idea, writers. You should have Abe and her do some more, and that's Look Who's Related.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that has been. Look who's related
There you go.
from
There
our
you go.
one and only James Lott Jr.
That's right.
Quiet Storm.
The
Yes.
Quiet Storm. And now it's time to find out Mark's quote of the week.
Yeah.
So I have a newbie to add to the shelf of winners of quote of the week this week. It is actually going to Philip Kiriakis this week. John Paul
Lavoisier.
Okay, I did say it right. Okay, I was like, I always have to Google him to get the last name right now. It goes with when he's having the conversation with Deimos. And Deimos says, "A trained monkey could have gotten me that serum by now." And he said, "Have you tried tiredmonkey.com?"
There you go.
It's my quote of the week. Keeping it simple.
And that has been Mark's quote of the week. And now, Mark, continue on with Fan of the Week.
Fan of the Week. This was fantastic. I actually picked Fan of the Week, I think, on the way home last week, because this got tweeted out. If you'll put up the picture.
I love that picture.
From Shy1269. Her name was Jan. And she's like, ready for Dishin Days.
I love it.
I think I was in my car because I almost crashed because I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, that's genius.
It is, I love
Wine and pizza rolls and a lit candle. I liked the lit candle. I wonder if she blows it out as we go black.
I love it. That's good. That's a good one.
TV.
I love it. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So that was her. And then I also, if I could really quick, I just want to do a couple quick shout outs for iTunes because we had a couple more reviews on there. And one in particular I wanted to read for you, Tony. Heidi Worster, who wrote one on February 1st, and Days Forever on January 20th wrote, "Fun show with great hosts. The discussions are lively and covered the show fully. I love Tony's philosophy to watch a soap. Just accept whatever they throw at us with open arms."
There he goes.
So I had to read that for you, Tony.
Just be open arms.
Open arms.
And there were a couple others. I Play 88 Keys wrote
okay.
one. Jersey Girl 1959. Never put the year, girl. And then there's a hashtag Dishin Days that wrote
Yeah, I saw that.
a comment as well. Plus T-Love74 and Jenshu17, who were last week that I didn't get around to mention. And then I did, if you want to see last week's Fan of the Week and stuff, we posted those
Yes, last week.
Yes.
We all posted stuff last week.
So we are going to go into some quick news and gossip, and then after that,
AfterBuzz TV News.
And then after that, we're going to take some of your phone calls. So we'll get the number up here in a second. And we're only going to take a few because we have to get on to the GH report. Just one or two.
This whole day has been crazy.
Yeah, it has.
Yes.
So first off, we have, if you guys want to meet some of the stars of Days of Our Lives in Atlanta, Georgia, the Starstruck fan event will have an event March 19th through 20th. Yes, they are the same. Actually, I feel like they were our first ticket giveaway.
I think so.
Yeah. Ali Kaba.
Oh, yeah, Ali Kaba. Yeah, that's right.
May 31st. This event will be held March 19th through 20th. Appearing will be Christopher Sean, Brian DiTillo, Guy Wilson, Judy Evans, Marie Wilson, who is the girl at the beach, Eric Martzoff, and many more. So in order for you to find out more details about this event, go to starstruckfanevents.com. And next week, we will be announcing a little contest so that you can win 2 tickets to the meet and greet.
There you go.
Carolyn wants to know if any of us will be in Atlanta.
No.
I don't have any plans to.
No. But you know what someone actually mentioned to me? They said, why don't you do an event? And I was like, that could be something that maybe Dishin Days could do.
All of us?
Yeah. That could be interesting.
I'm down.
Because I also saw someone was like, I hope you guys do a give. They were like, I hope you guys do a giveaway so we can come watch you live in the studio. And I was like,
oh. That's an idea. That's an idea.
Just ideas.
Lots of ideas.
Lots of ideas. All right. And as I mentioned last week, Eric Martzoff and Holly Norman have just released a single called Days Go By. Let's take a little sneak peek, a little listen at their new single. And in just a moment, we're going to open the phone lines to 424-253-0749.
I put the other one in there. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. I had the wrong number.
That's okay. I'm going to adjust it.
But now at this time, we're going to play Days Go By Eric Martzoff and Holly Norman.
Find your way. I said with tears in my eyes, staying here won't make you happy.
And if you would like to purchase that single and support Eric Martzoff and Holly Norman, make sure you go to iTunes and Amazon. So that way. That was Eric Martzoff. All right.
That's right.
He came in real smooth.
He did. That's
real smooth.
Go on, Eric.
So go to iTunes and Amazon to support Eric Martzoff and Holly and buy their single, Days Go By. All right, so speaking of Days Go By, let's get this day going by because we have right after this the GH Report, which has a special guest.
Yes, we do. Brittany Sarpy.
Brittany Sarpy. She's probably outside of our studio right now wondering, why is this show 15 minutes late?
She probably is.
Yeah. So at this time now, we are going to take some phone calls from you guys. You can wish us a happy anniversary, give us a quick comment about this week, but whatever you do, make it quick.
Yeah, quick.
Because we only have... Oh, James Lott Jr. She's making a drink. So that way we can get to as many as we can. So 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. While we wait for a phone call, any predictions for next week?
I think Philip will open the envelope with a question mark on it.
I think we will find out.
I think that's a safe bet.
And I think Billy Flynn will do some amazing acting.
Of course you think that.
And I think... No, I'm kidding. That's it.
Do you think we're going to find out more about the lady on the beach?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, you mean?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to mention that. Okay. Yeah. Because that might be a spoiler. And we here at Dishin Days have decided that we are no longer going to do spoilers because we like the element of surprise.
We do like element of surprise sometimes. That's crazy.
So again, if you want to call in, it's 424-253-0749.
Line is closed.
The line is closed.
Is it closed?
Can't get through.
Oh, are we having technical difficulties?
Probably because of all the difficulties we had earlier.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, well.
Jonathan?
Well, we can do it next week.
Jonathan?
He's probably on the phone.
I know he's so funny.
Or he's probably trying to get it fixed.
Maybe.
All right.
Well,
we tried.
Unfortunately, guys, we are having some technical difficulties, but you can leave us a lot of love on our Facebook and Instagram at Dishin Days. So make sure you do that. Sorry,
it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. So our engineer has informed us that we're still having some technical difficulties, but hey, don't fret because we were able to bring the show to you live still, and right before the Super Bowl.
I have to read Leah.
What?
Everyone's running. Can't get through. Leah goes, try pushing redial button.
I love it. I love it.
That is amazing.
Sick 'em, Leah.
That is amazing. All right, guys, before we head out, Mark J. Freeman. let them know where they can find you and your wonderful high hair.
You know what's so funny? I was thinking when I was getting ready, I was like, I never say my Twitter. I need to start saying them both. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, or follow my hair at Livin' for the Hair. And you can also find me on Facebook. .com/the Mark J. Freeman or /I love Lorraine Love.
Just follow me on Jitch Report. I'll tell you everything there.
You know what? This is the second time that you've done this, and you have absolutely tried it.
Love you guys. I'm gonna sip my tea.
Well, just because James Lott Jr. is in a rush doesn't mean I'm going to rush through all of my social media handles. So make sure you find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And hey, guys, we're still creating the soap block, so there's more to come. Yeah. Oh, yeah. James. We will see you guys next Sunday. Stay tuned for the GH Report.
So we love you guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.